So I'm at Quilt Market in Portland, Oregon, talking to my friend Scott Hansen from Blue Nickel Studios.
That's right.
So the first question I have for you is, what's with the blue nickel?
Okay. So I was working in retail and I found this blue nickel in a cash register, and I thought, that sounds like the name of a good tavern. I'll meet you at the Blue Nickel or a quilt shop or some place like I was thinking of a third place a lot where people meet away from home or from church, but it's like at a third place where they all have the same interests. So I was thinking it would make a great name for a quilt shop, but I didn't want to just name it quilt shop. I wanted to name it studios. I wanted to have more options. So I never ended up getting a quilt shop, but I did start designing patterns. So I just said the perfect name would be the Blue Nickel Studios. And I made it studios so I could branch off into more than just patterns eventually. I didn't know what would happen. So I'd like to do dishes, rugs. I'd love to do all that stuff, so we'll see what happens.
License everywhere.
License everywhere, yeah.
So you started as a pattern designer.
Yes, I love quilts. I make quilts. Quilts.
How long have you been designing patterns?
Patterns, first one in a magazine was probably 2007 or so. But I made lots of them my own before that. I just never published any. That was the first published one, was in a magazine. And then it was in Quilter's Home a long time ago.
Okay.
And then one in Easy Quilting by Fonz and Porter, and then just kind of grew from there. And then I started doing some patterns for fabric companies. And then I started coming to more quilt markets because the fabric companies would get me in. I had to pay my own way, but I could get a badge with them so I could explore this whole world and meet more fabric companies and do more things with them.
So as of today, who's your favorite fabric company?
Well, it would have to be Banyan Batiks with Northcott, because that's who I design for now.
You have a fabric line, and what is it called?
It's called Tie One On.
And what was your inspiration?
Essentially 50s neckties. I have a collection of vintage neckties. Love the styles and the motifs of the 50s, 60s, 40s, all that kind of not mid-century style stuff. So it's based on and then I made a fictional character named David Kingsley Morris, and he's a young fashion designer in Manhattan, and so each of the colorways in my collection are based on places he's lived. So.
Okay, will we ever get to meet him?
He's fictional, so no. I have a story. You can go on my blog. The story's ready to go on my blog. I just haven't gotten to it yet. So
how would they find your blog?
Good question. www.bluenickelstudios.com.
And you have patterns for sale there as well?
I have PDFs for sale there. Also, shops can get my patterns through Brewer and Checker, the paper patterns. But I don't sell paper patterns for my blog. I just sell PDFs. So
okay.
For the direct to retail consumers.
Okay. And thank you for talking to me. I'm looking forward to working with your pattern.
Yay!
And we'll see what fun happens.
Alrighty, cool.
It was good talking to you, Scott.
You too, Deb.
Thank you.
Bye.